Bridget Miller, Education 632, July 13, 2011. Let's play, learn, and grow together during literature circles. So you ask, what are literature circles? When being put in literature circles, kids think that they are getting to have fun with 5 or 6 of their friends to discuss a book. They don't realize that they're actually learning in their centers. They just feel like they're in an adult book club. As teachers, we see the benefits of literature circles. They are developed for 5 to 6 children to read and discuss a book picked out by the teacher. The students actually perform the task by presenting the information. Everyone has a job to do in literature circles. Without everyone's participation, the puzzle does not fit together. Managing literature circles is a very hard task. Therefore, there are certain jobs that are included with each group. 1 is a passage master, 2, illustrator, 3, questioner, 4, connector, and 5, word wizard. The first role is the passage master. The passage master is to find important, interesting, and different things in the story to discuss. This helps the group understand parts of the story from a child's perspective. The complete story is discussed in detail. The second role is the illustrator. The illustrator is responsible for creating the story in pictures. Maps, pictures, or graphs are things that can be used in illustrating a story. The illustrator's goal is to explain the events in the story. The third role is the questioner. The questioner is known as the teacher. The questioner must create questions that helps guide students through discussions. Questioners can make up their own questions or review main details of the story. The questioner may ask questions that he or she feels is important to the story. The fourth role is the connector. The connector's job is to find ways to relate words through prior knowledge and the story. Finding these ways may require connecting with other texts, group members, or the world. The fifth role is the word wizard. The word wizard will pick out words from the story that the students need to know. These words could be interesting words, unknown or new words, or difficult words. They are also responsible for finding the correct definition for the words so that they may be able to explain these words in a child's perspective. Just a few strengths from the literature circles would include: students are grouped according to their reading ability, so it makes the students feel less intimidated. If you group students that are on different levels, the student seems to feel like they are inferior to the other students. If you group them together, then they feel comfortable in their own environment. Another one would be students are able to have discussions on their own level. It's not based on the teacher's level. It makes it to where it's based to where the kids can understand it a little bit better. They don't feel like they are necessarily on that higher thinking skill when they really are, but they just don't know it. Another strength about literature circles is that it's an activity that is based on the student's ability to think about what they're doing. It's critical thinking skills and it's writing. They write about what they have learned, and they also think outside the box. They're not thinking about just what they can hear from the teacher. They're thinking about what the other 5 and 6 people say. Literature circle weaknesses can go on, just as the strengths. A few of the reasons that I feel like literature circles are negative is because it is so time consuming for the teachers. It is also less time for one-on-one instruction. A lot of teachers feel like one-on-one instruction is best. It just depends on what type of person that you are, what type of teacher that you are, as to what pattern of practice you prefer. During literature circles, some kids think that it's playtime, so it's hard when they don't have someone standing right over top of them to tell them, well, now it's time to get back to working on your story. Another weakness is noise level, and that it is very expensive. With instructional strategies, you have 5 options. A, which is modified literature circles. They provide plenty of class time for reading and preparing of assignments. B, basic literature circles, which doesn't require extensive handouts and assignment booklets. C, structured literature circles. They are highly effective with students who aren't able to handle weekly assignments. Since the circles meet daily, they must have an adult to implement for the structure. D, literature circles with roles or simple versions. E, nonfiction literature circles are nonfiction books that the teacher may suggest just to make the class to be a little bit more interested in something different. Literature circles for struggling readers can be very difficult at times, but students seem to feel like because they're getting peer interaction, they feel less intimidated. And the teachers feel like instead of written work, they're actually involving themselves with thinking about what they're reading. They're discussing it on their own level, which is a benefit to everybody because they get their peer interaction and they feel more confident about themselves.